We can't make change without making changes. This is just facts. So what are the things in your life that you are sick and tired of? I'm not talking about next month. I'm not talking about next year. I'm not talking about next time. I'm talking about what are the things that you're going to change? What are the things that you're going to change? Because that's a you decision. There's a lot of things that you can't control, but you can control your choices. And I don't care how hard it is, how impossible it may seem. When enough is enough, I promise you'll make a difference. For some of us, we ain't sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I know that might seem a little bit insensitive, but it's true. What do you let go of? What are you doing? What are you starting? Because a lot of us, we stay locked into dreams, right? And that's all that we keep it as is dreams. It's time for you to turn that dream into reality. You are more than people's opinions. And I want you to think about that right now, because some of us watching this, our whole entire life, we believed people's opinions. We believed our limitations. You are more than your limitations. You're more than the environment that you're in, the circumstance that you've been through, what you were raised around. You're more than that. But a lot of us, we start to believe that. We start to believe our limitations. The crazy thing about life is most people operate off of their limitations than their aspirations. Most people know what they can't do, but most people don't know what they can do. You are not your limitations. You hear me? And at the end of the day, the only thing that you are is what you choose to believe, and can't nobody stop you from believing what you want to believe in with you. Stop letting people put limitations on your life. You stop putting limitations on your life. Stop letting opinions control your life and dictate your future and shape your destiny. Their opinions don't have to be your truth. Their life ain't yours. What they think about you ain't got to be your facts about your life. You know how many people told me that I couldn't do it? But you know what? It wasn't about what they thought I could do. It was about what I knew I could do, what God called me to do. Can't no hater stop God's favor. It don't matter what comes against you. It don't matter who comes against you. When God got you, God got you. I'm here to motivate you guys. Not forget motivation. I'm here to impact you guys. You are more than your failure. You know, some of us, we stop going for whatever it is because we failed before. Because we went through the journey. Let me tell you something. Failure is not an opposite of success. It's a part of it. Failure is feedback. Failure is a part of the journey. If success was a road, it'd be paved with failure. This is what I know that's true about people that make it happen with their life. People that make it happen with their life, they're not exempt from failure. They just don't surrender to it. That's it. That's it. Their life is not absence of fear. They just don't surrender to it. That's it. You are more than your failures. What happened to you in your past don't mean it got to happen to you in your future. You a whole nother beast. You a whole nother person. Who you were isn't who you are. You got to believe that. You got to believe that. We operate like this life is guaranteed, man. I see it firsthand right now. I see what losing life is all about. I see it firsthand. They got kids that I coach that lose their parents overnight. I see it firsthand. And we sitting here wasting our life. We sitting here wasting our God-given gifts because we waiting on somebody to do something for our life. We waiting on people to praise us. We waiting on people to agree with us. We waiting on people to support us. We waiting people to pat us on the back and say, good job. We're waiting on people to say, yeah, you can do it. I know those things feel good, but those things can't be the dictator in your journey. You hear me? What you waiting on? It's 2021. Half of us in here, and I know this might be insensitive, but it's facts. Half of us in here have already turned our back on the commitments that we made to the promises we made to ourselves at the beginning of this year because times got hard. Life is hard, but you know what's harder? Giving up. Times is hard, but you know what's harder? Quitting. Moving on. Breaking through is hard, but you know what? It's harder? Folding. You are more than the failures, man. Stop believing it. But Trent, every time I try, I fail. But Trent, don't you realize that some doors got to stay closed so you can walk through the right door? You know how many times I failed? You know how many times I did events and nobody showed up? You know how many books I had before I wrote this book that sucked? You know how many times I went live and only 10 people would show up, but I kept going. I kept doing it because I wasn't doing it for the numbers. I was doing it for impact. Let's get it.